So I'm here with Angela and Frank. Angela, you called me. You're in a room and you wanted me to pick you up. You wanted to see Frank. You hadn't seen Frank in a while. Frank, what does it feel like to see Angela? She was in a facility for almost 2 months and she ran away recently. How do you feel about that?
Well, to my opinion, I'm very happy to see her because I worried about her. And I was very upset that she left the facility because we had plans for her. We had furniture, TV, everything going when she got her place. And I know other people, Christians they see her site, will send her stuff for her house or apartment.
So you're hoping that after she got out, completed the time with the facility, got well physically, mentally, and stayed away from G, that you would try to help her get a room, an apartment, so that you can try to get her off the streets. Is that what you're saying?
More or less, that they would have probably gave her an apartment over there because they do that to the homeless all the time. They give them a place to stay. I was going to give her my TV and remote and DVD player and start getting furniture for her so she can call that home.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have donated for that cause, right? Hey, Angela has an apartment. Can anybody help her with clothes and furniture and whatnot, right? So I think people would have wanted to help with that, right?
Yes, I think so too.
So that kind of went down the tubes as soon as she left, or what?
Yeah, well, she said she wanted to go back, so that was so I asking you if you want to take her over there
Yeah.
this morning because she said she wants to go back in there and finish it up because I talked to her and I told her you need a place to stay, because you know what, that way we can go visit her and have dinner with her or watch a movie with her. She's our sister in Christ.
So Angela, you're wanting to go back to the facility?
Um,
Angela, would you like to go back to the facility?
which one?
Whichever takes you in.
That's a hard decision.
Well, you told me earlier in the morning you wanted to go
I
back.
don't turn myself in nowhere.
What's that?
I'm not somebody that turns itself in.
Okay.
Unless I absolutely have to.
Right. And
you can just, it's not y'all's problem. Just drop me off right there. Whatever comes, comes.
right. Frank, so what's next for Angela? Do you think Angela one day will accept help and live a better life, or do you think she's destined to be out there in the streets for the remainder of her life?
To my point of view, I think she's tired of it. But you know what? She don't like to be closed in. That's why she left the facility, because she wants her freedom. But I told her after you complete your program and all that, you'll have an apartment and your freedom, and come and go whenever you please.
Yeah, I think if she's been out in the streets for almost 25 years of her life, the last 25 years of her life out on the same spot in Phoenix, do you think she's kind of just used to living that way, that ultimate freedom where nobody tells her what to do, where to go, and she's kind of used to it, accustomed to it? Do you think she'll ever be able to appreciate living indoors the way you and I appreciate sleeping on a bed and enjoying TV? And some people, they just get accustomed to being outside, no?
Yeah, I think so too. Because you know what? She tells me she's tired of being over there, but she don't want to be caged up. She gets boring. She want to be out there in the free world. She's still young, don't forget. So
Yeah.
you know what? Best thing to do is just be with her, until she does change. Can't just let her go.
I think people have to continue to support her regardless where she ends up, right? If she ends up back in a facility or out in the streets, it's how can we help her to make life a little bit easier for her, right? Because it's going to be hard
Can't,
either way.
Because somebody's following me.
It's
That
well, the
man's
only
that
way.
man. I'm scared of that man. Oh
That-
my God, I'm scared of that man. Yes.
The only way you can do that is by them giving her a place to stay, or somebody will donate a a trailer or a small RV, and if it needs fixing up, I'm willing to fix it up.
So what toll has this taken on you? You see her as a sister, as somebody that you care
Yes.
about, as a family member. What does it do to see somebody like it was really good for me personally to see her in a facility. She's safe, relatively safe, right? They're feeding her 3 times a day. She has a bed. She's warm. She's showering every day, and so that makes me a little happy, right? But then for
it
her
does.
to kind of escape, when they were taking her to a hospital so they could look at, check out her ball to see if it's cancerous or not. That's kind of a little frustrating. But how does it make you feel?
Well, I felt bad about it when she told me, and I said, "What'd you do that for? You should have just stayed with it. You would have got your place, And then I would have visited you. Me and I would have visited you over there, and I would have bought you groceries with the food stamps or cash. That way she can have a good life before I go."
How do you feel physically, health wise? Are you okay?
No, I'm not. Number one, I got my feet and legs swollen from that thyroid, eating too much salt and sugar. That's nobody's fault but mine. But I went to the doctor, and they gave me some Kool-Aid, and that made me use the restroom about 7 times to get rid of that fluid on my legs. But they didn't give me a prescription on it, and my legs are still hurting and my feet.
So are you watching your sugar and salt intake?
Well, be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. No. Yesterday I ate a bowl of cereal. Tony Frosted Pigs had sugar in it. It was delicious, but now I'm paying for it.
The next day is painful for you after
Yeah.
you eat things you shouldn't be eating?
Yep, sure is. That sugar really kills me, and that salt, especially the salt.
Man. So yeah, that's something that Angela needs to realize, that you care about her, you do as much as you can for her, you feed her, you clothe her, and it breaks your heart when she's not willing to help her.
Complying with her, for herself. She needs to be a little stronger in the mind, man, and say, "Hey, enough is enough. I'm gonna give me a place so I can call home." We have a lot of people, Christian people from church. They pray for her, and they will bring her stuff. Cause they all see the TikTok, and they see me on there. They all tell me, "Frank, we're very proud of you." And I said, "Thank you. Do you want my autograph?" They said, "No." I said, "Okay, it's okay." Just messing with them, But they're very proud of me because you know what? I work for Jesus.
Yeah, I think it's a good deed to try to help people as best as you can. We want the best for her. She's 50 years old. She's young still, and we want the second half of her life to be better for her mind. Right? She's suffered from mental health issues most of her life. She needs to break her addiction to G. It's just unfortunate that all that work that she put in that facility to get cleaned up, and they were giving her medication for her mental health as well, and so all that's just gone in an instant because she was bored. Right? She would call me and tell me, "I'm bored here. I'm bored. I want to leave." Why do you want to leave? Because I want to smoke a cigarette. Right? And yeah, she ran away, telling the lady that gave her a ride there, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go smoke," and then she just literally ran away. And then she calls you, she calls me, and then later on when I see her, she's already smoked G, right? And then sometimes people don't even need money for, like, people are asking, she didn't have money, how did she get money for G's? Women don't need money, right? They could do favors or IOU kind of barter trade and whatnot. So it's unfortunate that the first thing she does is just run away and smokes G when she's been doing so good for so long. That's the frustrating part, you know, that she looks better and she sounds better when she's clean and sober. It might be boring, but it's a healthier life, don't you think?
I really think so, and she's on her right mind. She thinks better that way.
Yeah. So, Frank, I'm gonna say thank you for continuing to look out for Angela. I really appreciate the effort that you put in to try to assist her. Your heart is in the right place. You're doing the right thing, but you know, just to continue to do that, okay? And when things don't go the way you've planned or you wished, don't get heartbroken. Don't get frustrated, right? 'Cause life is like that, right? So we'll continue to try to help Angela so that she can just live better, right?
That's a good idea, because you know what, we can't give up on her, because you know what, Jesus didn't forget, give up on us.
Absolutely. So Frank, thanks for the update. Talk to you soon, okay?
All right, thank you very much, Art.